okay? Because I know you're like, is she real? Is she real? Is she real? I'm real. I'm real. I'm real. And that's what's up. Hey. Hey, well, hello, YouTube peeps. My Amani's Vibe peeps, my Vibe squad, especially I definitely have two people that I'm so grateful for, Maya and Peace, because y'all always look out for me. Y'all always just lift me up and let me know that you enjoy the content. And I just want to let you know that it is so appreciated. And I really have been putting together my Black History pieces to share with my viewers. And yeah, this month has just been, there's just so many other things going on, but I've been working on these pieces, so they will go into beyond Black History Month, because for me, Black History Month is every month, right? But I'm so excited to share a clip of this. I actually went into my archives, and during COVID, I was booked to create 6 modules on Black history, and I thought it was so important to look at the origins of Black history, which is Dr. Carter G. Woodson. And then in Canada, we have Black History Month because of Jean Augustine. So I was only able to work on kind of re-uploading, copying the video from one of these lessons, but I will work on the one on Jean Augustine also at a later time, because it's so awesome. But what I loved about this program was that I was hired to teach kids that were pre-K to middle school on a Saturday afternoon, and it's definitely was my favorite project during COVID. And I always used to say I didn't know who was more excited, me or the kids, but it was great because it was for families and they were all cultures. And I love that I was teaching them Black history, and then I related it to curriculum, because as an arts educator, I was always doing work in the schools, and sometimes I was hired to use poetry as it related to curriculum, or to use the curriculum for certain grades as a guide for my school presentation. So I really looked at that to create how I could teach them Black history, but also have it relate to curriculum for pre-K to middle school. So I hope you're going to enjoy these clips. And it was really fun for me going back. It was 2022. That was a good time for me, actually. Good time for me with everything. I had taken 6 weeks off of my job. I'd been working remotely, and I had just decided to do things only for me. So I traveled only for me to places I loved. I went to Nova Scotia. I went to Florida and stayed at my friend's condo, where I worked on my play, Why Black Women Whisper, virtually, and worked on some ideas for that play and research just on my own. And then I went to one of my favorite places on earth outside of my island, Trinidad and Tobago, of course, where I'm from. I went to Turks and Caicos, which for me is my heaven on earth. And this was my 3rd trip there. I went there for my 50th birthday, and then I went there again. And then I went there in 2022. And it's just a place for me. I don't know. It's just very peaceful, and I'm really not a beach person at all. It's weird. I'm not. But in Turks and Caicos, I am. I have to make time to be on the beach for 3 hours every day, and I just lay there. I lay there in the hot sun. And the sand is white and soft, and it's just beautiful. I'm not big on sand, but in Turks and Caicos I am. So that year, 2022, just being able to remember this period of time means so much to me. And actually, I'm so glad that every thing that I did online, that I downloaded it and recorded it. I didn't wasn't thinking about when I would use them. At that time, I definitely thought I was going to be 100% better and just thriving and performing, and my play would be on stage, and so many things would be happening for me. And I still believe. I think it really goes to that, to the proof that we don't know what's going to happen in our life, right? When I think about my career and everything I was doing leading up to August 2019, that's when I got the concussion. Things were really at a height for me career-wise, performing. I'd been presenting in schools, performing my poetry. I had 3 plays on stage. Life could not be better. And so the summer of 2022 was when I was starting. It took me 3 years to really feel better. And that's when I was like, when I had my hot writer summer and did the travel and really was reimagining my future again. But it's funny, like you do not know what is going to happen. You just don't know. But the one thing that I've held on to in the summer of 2022 and even now in the present day is that I can write, that I'm a writer and that I'm a creator and that I can still use my voice. I'm a storyteller and that all is not lost, right? But it was so interesting actually looking back, getting these clips to share with you as I continue with the My Black History series. And this is a clip from me teaching one of the modules, and it's on Dr. Carter G. Woodson. And Dr. Carter G. Woodson, of course, is the reason that we have Black History Month originally everywhere, except for that in the UK, where they actually have Black History Month in October, and that's something I would talk about in my school presentations. But as far as in America, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, it started in 1926 as Negro History Week, and then by 1976 it was Black History Month. And a lot of people don't know the history, but it was so interesting creating a module for PK to middle school kids about Dr. Carter G. Woodson, because he's pretty serious. Whereas in Canada, we officially got Black History Month in 1995 because of Jean Augustine, the Honorable Jean Augustine, who I've actually met many times in my career. And that also was another module. And I will share more, as I continue to intersect my YouTube with my Love Island content, but also with my Black history. I will definitely continue with these series of vlogs and posts that share with you. So that's enough of that. Here is a clip of me teaching on a Saturday afternoon in 2022 to kids and their parents. So have a listen and enjoy the lesson.
So, can you repeat after me and say the Honorable Lincoln Alexander? And he was a scholar. He was the first ever person of African descent to be in Parliament in Canada, and that is just amazing. Ooh, sit back and let's get ready to learn more about the Honorable Lincoln Alexander. And that's what's up.
Back
the avatar assistant to Amani, aka Anne Marie Woods. And today we are here to teach you once again that Black history shouldn't be a mystery. 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 Now, today we're going to learn about somebody really special. His name is Dr. Carter G. Woodson, and he is the man who founded Black History Month. Isn't that amazing? Do you think you can say his name? Why don't you repeat it after me? His name is Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Let's say it again. Dr. Carter G. Woodson. And you know what the G stands for? The G stands for Godwin. His full name is Dr. Carter Godwin Woodson. Ooh, I am so excited for this lesson. Aren't you? Ooh, here we go. More Black history. Everybody that came back, and if we have some new people here, my name is Miss Amani, and we're going to start our lesson. And as you heard, it's on Dr. Carter G. Woodson. So let me get these images up here for you. Black history shouldn't be a mystery because I believe that we should learn Black history all the time. So it's so great doing this for Alderwood Action because I'm always talking about Black history because I think it's a part of world history. And I think it's so important that we learn about each other from the time that we're really small until the time we're grown up like me. So let's see what is happening today. Well, as you can see, Amani X, my avatar, she's excited again about today's lesson. Now, who are we going to learn about? We heard his name in the intro, so let's see. We have a brand new person. Do you know their name? You can maybe say it out loud, or you can say it to yourself, because maybe you think you know it because you heard it. Let's see. Let's take a sneak peek at what he looks like. Okay. Well, I don't know who's more excited to teach today, Amani X or me, but as we said, his name is Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Now, he was a very smart man. Let's learn 4 important things about Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Okay, so number 1, he was born in Virginia and he was the son of former enslaved parents. 2, he studied at Berea College and became a teacher, and then he earned graduate degrees. That's more than 1 degree from the University of Chicago. And then he earned a PhD from Harvard University. And that's one of the best universities in the world. Number 3, he loved history and research, and especially as it related to the contributions of African Americans or African people, and he believed that Black history was everyone's history. That sounds a little bit like me too. In 1926, he started Negro History.
So I hope through this you got a little peek into my world as an arts educator, as a presenter, and also as a creative consultant where somebody asked me to create a project and I figure out how to do it. And in this case, it was presenting to PK and middle school kids with their parents on a Saturday afternoon. Of course, I'm not going to show you everything. It was a lot of work and research that I put into it, so I wouldn't want somebody to just copy my work, but I do hope that you enjoyed it, and let me know too if you learned something about Black history that you actually didn't know before, or let me know when you learned about Black history or when you thought Black history actually started or who started it. Maybe you didn't know those things before. Let me know what you thought. I look forward to reading what you have to say in the comments.